Hi everyone, this is Jason here and Tsuini. I'll be talking about Pokemon Legends Arceus in this video today. Yay! Even though it's been like 6 to 7 months since its release, I really want to talk about it in this video today because it's a really good game and yeah, I want to share it with you. So let's make a quick start with this video. So let's begin with an overall of this game. So you start off in a dream, and I think you fall out of the sky in Prelude Beach. So your task is basically to seek out all Pokemon by the Pokemon god Arceus himself, or itself, where you are in Sinnoh from many years ago, which was known as Hisui. So to this extent, Legends Arceus is like a prequel of all Pokemon games. And ultimately, Legends Arceus is kind of based in Hokkaido since, Sinnoh itself is based in Hokkaido. So anyways, with the story here, you fall out of the sky and because of that, everyone sees you as some foreigner. And for some reason, even though you progress pretty far in the game, you still be known as the one that fell out of the sky. So you join the Galaxy Research Corp to do research, and let's see, you begin in Obsidian Field, which, let's get to the main part. Each region there's like a noble Pokemon, which is larger Pokemon who look after the area, and these Pokemon are in fact all regional variants. So they become frenzied, where they got hit in the sky, glow. This is literally all God's plan. So you have to calm them down, and to do that you basically have to throw their food at them and eventually they calm down. It's more like you, the player, versus the Pokemon, and there are like 5 of these frenzied noble to calm down, 1 in each area and region. There are another 5 more noble Pokemon in the game, but these are not frenzied. Instead they're more like ride Pokemon that makes Pokemon that helps you navigate the region more easier. And like I said, all of these Pokemon, all of these noble Pokemon are regional variants. So after exploring each region, the next day after you calm the Avalok, the sky becomes distorted. And this is like the climax of the story mode game. Depends on who you chose, one of the 2 legendary Pokemon will appear. The other will appear later in a different form. So either way you get both Dialga and Palkia. Since it's like Platinum and Emerald, so like this is one of this game where it doesn't have a version exclusive, so it makes it easier to catch Pokemon. So I really miss those games where you don't get version exclusives and trade and stuff. Trading thing is like not longer relevant. Of course there are a bunch of side quests in the game, and some can benefit you to register the Pokemon into the Pokédex or collect data about them. And the main post-game here is that you have to gather the remaining plates, which involves catching some legendary Pokemon as well as facing the ultimate boss, Volo, which is pretty much have a similar team as Cynthia. The hardest part of his team is Garantina, which you have to beat twice, both forms, before you have any time or space to heal your Pokemon. No pun intended. Even though my team was over leveled due to catching a lot of alpha Pokemon early on, I still lost a lot because he was so hard with that Garantina. But eventually I beat Volo and beat Garantina and the post game, and of course collected all the Pokemon. And because that is the requirement to meet Arceus, seek all Pokemon. And Arceus will automatically join your team after you battled him, player versus Arceus, player versus God. Running away from God's attacks, throwing his favorite food, or whatever that is. Sorry. So after that, there's a new update, the Daybreak update, where more challenges emerge, especially the mass outbreak and the battles. Nothing major there, but that new feature. So like I said, Legends Arceus is a pretty good game. This is very different to the conventional Pokemon game because this is more RPG, open world. You craft items and some aspects of Pokemon Go is embedded here. Like when you catch a Pokemon without battling them. Almost like if Pokemon Go became RPG. There are also Alpha Pokemon, which are larger Pokemon with red eyes, and they are they take more effort to catch since they're more stronger. It's scary yet fun to play at the same time really. And Alpha Outbreak is twice as scary because there's like multiple of them. And if they all notice you, you have to run or face or battle with them. The fact that they adapted the characters from existing characters as ancestors is a unique move Game Freak pulled, one that is rarely seen. Like many of these characters seems to be different to the present day character, where their past ancestors were nicer than their modern selves, or vice versa. And Cynthia is so popular to the point that she gets 2 ancestors. So with every new area, there's always a fresh face of Pokemon to catch. From regulars to alphas to shinies and to high stat Pokemon, or just the Pokemon simply. So, well, you get to boost their IVs and EVs are no longer applicable here, which simplifies the competitive field more. But battling is not so much a thing back then. It's more like catching Pokemons and such. And trait evolution, like I said, is no longer needed for Pokemon to evolve, which makes it easier to catch certain Pokemon for the Pokemon without trading. So you can give like an Onix a metal coat, evolve it to Steelix. No need to trade. Compared to the typical Pokemon game where trading is required. And Scyther gets, his branch evolution. But of course not all games are perfect, so where do I begin? For one, it seems very inconvenient that if you want to go from one place to another, you must go back to Jubilife Village. Like even if you attempt to go to Crimson Mirrorlands to Cobalt Coastland, you still must go through Jubilife Village. I think the option to go between different areas should be made possible to be more convenient. And battling can be a bit unfair because there's no attacking move that has an AoE attack on everyone or moves that hit multiple Pokemon. I say it's unfair because sometimes you find yourself battling 2 Pokemon or more at once and all the opponents gang up on you. This also applies to the battle back then when you have to fight warlords or trainers in the game. Since the two clans, the Diamond and Pearl clan, don't believe in Pokeballs. And also one more critic I have is that I think like the previous Pokemon games, making Pokemon follow you should be an option. Well, you can let these Pokemon out of their balls, but that's about it really. They don't follow you, and if you walk far enough, it'll return to your Pokeball. So I kind of wish that Pokemon can follow the player to make it more natural and realistic. But overall, I would rate this game 4.5 out of 5. It's a pretty high rating. And yes, it is very different to the other Pokemon game, but it is also way better than BDSP. I hope to see more of this Legends game in the future, like to other regions as well, because the origin of Pokemon and the legendary Pokemon is not limited to Sinnoh. Even though Pokegog is a 4th gen Pokemon. Yeah. It's also quite questionable too whether the regional variant of Hisui still lives today, or whether they're extinct or not in the present, since you never really see any of them in the Sinnoh games besides Legends Arceus. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. So this is a pretty good game, and I would say I would recommend Pokemon Legends Arceus for any RPG player / Pokemon casual fans. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next video. So bye now.